Sandy's just going to be a good one-on-one matchup in Notara.
Yeah, I mean, the support from Leon's just going to be useless against Sandy. Sweet Dreams shutting people down as well, get a lot of Sandstorms. If they pick something aggressive, they're going to be able to get through, as I said. The support from Leon, the Spiderlings from Charlie, they're going to be able to burn through so much just with that single projectile from Sandy. So I do like that pick from them. Leaves himself a little bit susceptible to something a bit more aggressive, and the Trunk is coming in yet again on Hard Rock Mine.
Anticipated the Trunk. It's usually a 6th pick kind of brawler on these maps, and when I see Mortis and Sandy, I feel like especially on those side lanes where you now know that Spike is going to be playing the mid, they're going to be trying to put that Sandy on the Tara. So in a one-on-one matchup, I like Trunk's odds against both of those brawlers. Sandy, of course, can get a stunning gadget down that puts you to sleep for a moment, but Trunks has so many health points and a gadget that can replenish his health, and Mortis is somebody that's an assassin, likes to deal with those squishier brawlers. I don't think he's going to have the easiest time in this set. I kind of like Crazy Raccoon's odds after this draft.
Well, we'll see if it plays out for them or if ABC will take another set and go 2-1 up. It's Fertilized yet again, no curveball, so a bit easier to dodge for the side of Crazy Raccoon. Mortis just going straight in, going to gadget over towards Milcreo. Gets his super, and you'd have thought it had died about 5 seconds ago, but he was still going for so long there, and Sandy doing a good job against Tara as expected.
All things considered, that was a great transaction. It bought them time. ABC were able to claim 3 gems. I know Mortis doesn't get any kills out of it, but they're still playing the objective a little bit. If Ken G can just be a nuisance, I think he's doing his job well.
So no support from Leon. It's going to be the Psychic Enhancer then for Milcreo here as well, just to scout people out in bushes. He's going to be coming out on top of the Mortis here, gets the good shots in, and the super is available too. Might throw it out to the Sandy, but chose to hold on to it in case the aggression comes forward once more. Sandstorm placed, and there's the predictive super, and actually, it's not going to pay off for him at all.
Yeah, a little too much there. I think you really want to make sure you're seeing the enemy's eyes before you drop that Tara super, because if you can get those kills, you can steal gems, and in that case, just give yourself an opportunity to preserve the mid. Thankfully, Milcreo doing great. Tensai survives. All things considered, Crazy Raccoon come away with multiple gems in that interaction.
Yeah, not a good gadget there from Ken G. Puts himself, I think, even in a more perilous situation. But it's 8-3 here, and the next gem will be spawning on CR's side too. Kenji hypercharge in the back spawn of Crazy Raccoon, so that's got to be very careful here. He has the super. Cocoons himself instead of just getting rid of Kenji, and I'm not sure how he's not survived that. Real nice stuff, and Kenji just retreating all the way. Super comes through from Trunk, and Daylight Robbery for ABC.
That's one Crazy Raccoon would want back. Crazy Raccoon should have had that in the bag, and now Milcreo just has an extra super lying around that he's not going to get any use out of. Excellent job from Kenji overall. I mean, that set, he was able to dash forward. I really do feel like that's one that got away. The blue side should have had that.
I just don't know why he cocooned himself rather than just cocooning the Mortis.
Yeah, it might have just been one of those, you know, insta decisions where you have to just click a button and go with it. I get it, but I think to your point, why save yourself when you could just put a cocoon on Mortis? I think you're right. That was just not the right decision.
And I'm not sure what kind of stunned him in spot. Did a spike gadget hit him? I wasn't sure in the situation, but he couldn't move. He couldn't do anything after he came out of that cocoon, so not the best in the back lines there for the side of Crazy Raccoon. What should have been a game goes the other way, and ABC probably feeling pretty good about that one.
Not sure whether to blame Moya or Milcreo as well, because both of them are named the same thing. So we'll find out later down the line who made that mistake. Nonetheless, CR is still a team effort, so it's going to be the blue side that's penalized for it. Now able to progress up the map. That's a nice steal. So in Gem Grab, spawns are going to be on opposite side. When we go on the CR side, like you just saw, they stole one from ABC. The more gems that they are stealing, the better odds you have of winning this one.
Milcreo's burned a lot of ammo shooting through his bat there during the gadget, and that's yet another mistake. Super available from Kenji yet again, just lurking in the backlines, keeping Milcreo on his toes. And now Milcreo Tara gonna have to use that Psychic Enhancer, get the super off here, but a super through from Kenji, he'll secure it. Hypercharge there, and the gems are surely stolen here. Tensai in the backlines trying to make something happen on the other side. Has to go and claim the 3 from the mid, but Kenji yet again walking away with all the goods.
The cocoon saved her, but it also was just a nail in the coffin. You can't pop out of it early, and if the other team just sit around and wait for it, they didn't make a move. They knew they had her dead to rights. And as a result, it's got to be Tara making a big play with a super of some kind or using this gadget to find the extra frags. Tensai, of course, carrying 4 gems. He's leading his team right now. As Trunk, you want to be aggressive. You want to be up in the enemy's faces. Crazy Raccoon have to play this more conservatively and more uncomfortably with their composition now.
Well, it is close in gems, regardless of that kind of big flip around that we just saw ABC take a lot of Crazy Raccoon's gems. Milcreo going to need a super in these circumstances to try and flip this game. And they're going to get it, but Kenji will take him down, and that might allow them to get this 10th.
I see branching out on this right-hand side as Tensai is forced away. He has to be passive-aggressive. That's not something you want to see out of your Trunk player. You want Trunk in the front lines, and instead now they're facing a countdown. They have time to get this from the mid. We'll see how aggressive ABC get for it. I think they know that they're not going to have an insta-kill here. Kenji, though, trying to make a move, uses a gadget to teleport to that left-hand side, grabs a frag as well. So now it's a 3v2. This is the moment for ABC to push forward to try and claim gym number 11.
Countdown starts for Crazy Raccoon, and Tensai 4 over his head, so he can't stay in that aggressive position that he wants to. Kenji going in, super missed by Milkrayo again, and a hypercharged Sandstorm placed down will allow them to start the count now. Tensai going in, and he'll fall as well, and Kenji with 10, popping off every chance he gets. Might be securing this set for ABC.
Now it can be a full defense out of Sandy. Sacrifices their life, but it's 15 gyms on the other side. ABC with plenty of mobility to work with Immortus. That's one that I feel like CR let go. ABC taking the lead in our match.
To me, it just seems poor. As you've just said, they've let it go. It seems poor from Crazy Raccoon. I'm not saying ABC are playing bad by any means. They're playing well. But Crazy Raccoon are letting these slips so often. I feel like they could have had a couple of games quite easily there without a couple of slip-ups. But ABC, deserving of the set. You've got to take advantage of those situations when they happen, and Kenji loved it.
Just a toughie overall. I mean, we're going to see it in the replay here. There are several moments where Kenji's able to grab kills that he probably shouldn't have. But you know what? Credit to them as well. They kept fighting, and despite maybe being in a disadvantageous position, they were still able to find ways to win. And to somebody like Crazy Raccoon, that's awesome to see. Credit to ABC for winning. I want to see better out of CR. I'm used to a standard being higher for them.
I said it all comes down to whether Crazy Raccoon has figured out a meta or not. And right now it seems like not really. It doesn't work out quite as they would have hoped. I feel Kenji on that Mortis would have bring 10 kills. Icy did pretty well on Sandy overall, I felt as well. Not got as many kills as needed though to truly hold up against Tensai, Moya, on Milkrayo on the other side. I feel like, yeah, in the end, it all just came down to the Mortis. Really good pick from their side. They spiked it really well, Kenny.
I was happy with Spike. I really feel like Mortis, though, was kind of the star player there. I really liked what they did with him. I think having 10 frags, obviously a big deal. And then towards those closing moments, he was able to be a gym carrier, which is something rare for him. For CR, I think you could see it in that kill count as well. The gyms were very even. To me, that screams they had potential to win that. It was just those last-second steals that kind of evenly distributed that. I do feel like that's not the standard I'm used to seeing out of CR. I think that's the set that they would want back.
I think it was funny that the main question we were coming into this one asking is Kenji going to be able to de-rust in time? And he's been by far the best player in this series. So clearly didn't have that much rust on him to start with, but he's playing incredibly well. And if he carries this on, I can see this being yet another real big upset. They're 2-1 down now, which isn't what you expect at all in this situation, but Crazy Raccoon are making mistakes and ABC are taking advantage.
That's right. We had two questions coming into this. Can Crazy Raccoon figure out the meta by now?
I don't think it's been
It's
bad.
not bad.
The comps aren't bad, I don't think. But
It's not great
it's not
either,
good,
though.
yeah.
And then on the other side, can Kenji do Ross? That we can answer with yes so far. I also want to apologize because is this the caster curse working on right now?
No, we
Our
got the first
predictions-
one right, where it's not us. It's not an us problem.
We're not going to be
predictions
zero.
so far
We're not going to be
in
zero.
shambles, though. If ABC wins that one, we're going to be 3-1. Only one correct. Not great.
Not a hot start, but you know what? After World Finals, I'm kind of used to it, and it just feels like this is an awesome appearance out of East Asia, a region I think that many of us saw as being predictable. You could see it in our predictions alone. I mean, just if you paneled us four, but a lot of Brawl Nation doing the same thing. I don't think we had any hot takes coming out here. I think the 4 teams we picked were kind of the 4 teams for a reason based on past results in past years. Instead, though, it's all these other teams, the ones with a lot to prove, that have been getting the job done. I don't want to see CR get complacent. I don't think they will by any means. I'm sure they're trying their best. That's not what I'm meaning to say. It's just, I think you have to watch out for all these teams. Every opponent must be taken seriously.
Spike into Frank's not going to be something they're going to be too mad about, to be honest with you. 2 of the buffy brawlers facing off, and to be honest with you, if they can keep the kind of brawlers like Spike, they're going to be able to keep Frank at a distance, close him down, be fine when it comes to overtime. If the map's broken up, they'll be okay as well. So depends what route they're going to choose to go. Serious Brawl is going to be banned out as well. The ends, I like that being banned out. We've seen Meeple sneak in here and there. Mina's super annoying. Shake, you don't want to be seeing that either. And the thrower of Willow is a great chance to do that too. Mortis coming in again. If it works, why not do it again?
Love to see that Mortis. Willow, usually a brawler. We see Bend out here, Shade as well. You already mentioned that, Trev. Now, on the side of Crazy Raccoon, we need something to address this Mortis. He's gonna have a field day so far also against the Frank. Can't just dash through him due to the delay of his shot. We'll see what Crazy Raccoon picks up here. I would feel Cordelius here, not gonna lie. The slip through the band would be super good against that Mortis. Throwers, yes, but not against Mortis.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if we get somebody. Yeah, I was gonna say anti-tank. Otis and Cordelius were kind of the two that I was thinking about as well. All right, two for two.
You guys.
Look at us. We're wrong on predictions, right on drafts. I'll take it.
At least we get the draft correct.
Yeah, 1 for 2. At least one of them's good.
Yeah. Oh, we'll wait until this last brawler and ask you which draft's going to win, and we'll see.
No, you take that one. I'm 1-1. I'm just gonna stick that way.
Yeah, just take it whilst you're ahead. Honestly, I'd be doing the same. But yeah, really solid picks. You guys both just mentioned. We're expecting the Cordelius, expecting the Otis. Going to be able to try and shut down this Mortis well and stops them from going even more aggressive too. So might have to take something a bit more well-rounded, just like the Spike, to see if they can balance this one out. They're going to go the Mo.
And we already mentioned how well balanced this brawler is overall. The best of both worlds. He's a tank, but also can deal some damage from afar. Probably is going to take over lane here. And it's not too bad against Cordelius and Otis. But yeah, Kenny, you mentioned those two brawlers. I'm really feeling the draft from Crazy Raccoon in this one.
Yeah, this is just very contrasting to what we've seen earlier. I mean, Otis is going to have to be mid here, but then you've got Cordelius as the anti-tank. Frank is the big, beefy brawler. I think CR are still in this. Again, we talked about it a lot even when they were ahead. This is a team I'm just never going to count out. So despite ABC, the underdogs, being up 2-1, still plenty of work left to do. After all, the hardest one to win is the final set. So Crazy Raccoon with an opportunity now. There's that battle that we talked about before. Frank getting the victory this time, and CR with plenty of positioning to work with.
Well, I like what Milcreo did there, back against the wall, just ensuring that he's not going to be able to dodge those shots by dashing through him. Nice stuff again as he gets this early wall break and predicts the dash through to shoot backwards. Milcreo going for the ball, but will be quickly shut down by the Mo. An overkill from Achape as he throws out a super as well.
Yeah, a little backup to help the low HP Mo. He's going to be dribbling the ball. Kenji back in action. We've seen what he can do on this Mortis pick. He is threatening. That previous set was so good out of him, but this time he's got some difficult matchups. Something like Cordelius, Otis, not a fun time as Achape's just been kind of spawn locked here. Milcreo up in his face looking for a super. I see dodges, but will finally go.
Yeah, well, at least he got another shot off. Should be a bit closer to that super once more, which is the real driving factor and goal-scoring ability that Mo brings to the table. Kenji going to try and get the multiple back hits. Milcreo just pops a hypercharge. Doesn't even use super. Just use it to obliterate the Mortis and get that attack speed up. Still in a defensive stance, though. ABC just waiting for their turn to go aggressive.
Despite CR definitely winning what I feel like is the KD category, they haven't been able to grab this ball very easily. Great puppy guarding coming out of Mo, and they have a hyper charge kind of in the back pocket if they really need it. Out of the Spike, a cutoff on the left-hand side from Tensai, a light plant necessary, a dive forward. IC survives, that's a big one as well. Tensai kicks this ball to the left-hand side. Don't know if I agree with that choice, just kind of had to get rid of it quickly, but now it's the ABC side who can take complete control with it.
Yeah, well, Kenji does his maths wrong by 30 HP there. Thought that the super and gadget would have been able to kill Tensai and give him a chance to score, but they're in a good position now. Hypercharge almost ready to go for the side of ABC here on the Mo. Needs to get this super to be able to use it really successfully and try and score, because we've seen that a few times today where the Mo just gets hypercharge, gets the ball, and the ball is in the back of the net. Still, it's still 0-0, so yet to make a move either side.
Frank gets transitioned from being fully offensive to a stalwart on defense. He is just waiting around by this ball, has a super available. If anybody from the red roster dares make a move forward, he will be there to smash them with a hammer. Right now, though, as overtime approaches, it's something that the CR side has to consider. Both ends looking to make moves here, dumping that ball off, hypercharge being popped. Icy elects to go for it. Low HP will survive. This could be a great flank for ABC.
Yes, amazing timing to get a kill there, but it's turned around and they get two on the other side. Crazy Raccoon trying to move this ball forward. Hypercharge used just to get in the position to pass this forward. Milcreo goes for the super, but caught off the line by IC. Achape still standing tall here as well. Couple of mushrooms collected. Kenji trying to get the super, throws it out, gets the connection onto Milcreo as well. And a 1-2-3 pass of the ball might get this one in the back of the net with only 10 side left. Needs to get a super, and he's going to go for the shots instead. The shot goes left, and Milcreo's there to collect.
Rushed it a little bit, and now they have have a super available for two brawlers. They've spaced the floor. Kick over to the right-hand side. Oh, that had to have been an auto-aim. Nonetheless, though, Frank makes up for it. CR grab a win, and a much-needed one. For a scrappy game like that, for them to come away with game number 1 victory, I think is a big deal.
Yeah, well, a slight overcommit there, I think, defensively and offensively from Kenji. Not the best position to be in to try and score that goal. I mean, I thought they were going to be able to pass that one straight up and get the goal, but a very well-timed hypercharge from Tensai kind of fended that off in the end.
Close calls for both ends. It's CR who persevere, lobbing a life plant up the middle. It's going to be Frank, either Milkreo or it could be Moya, no telling, but one of the two is at the top of your map right now, while the other, rocking the Cordelius, outranged by a mile. Mo can just keep the distance and keep poking away. It's going to take a lot of prowess of mechanics to move up this map.
Curveball not finding the desired connections for a Chape. Life Plank going to be paced down, and there's the super coming in. Tensai slowed. Kenji moving to the right-hand side. Wants to get his super here off the Frank, but he'll go back against the wall. And Milkreo's got that locked down. Every time Kenji wants to make a move, he ensures that he can't dash through him. Super
available for Kenji, but this red roster is just kind of hanging around. They're actually going to rotate him to that other side. Gadget pierces through that wall. Not enough to get a kill. Cordelius able to recharge a little bit. This is where it gets scary, though. A takedown on that right-hand side. 3 brawlers walking their way up the middle. Kenji dribbling a meat shield of a Chape trying to do his best. A Gadget goes through. Oh, and they get the shutdown just in the nick of time. CR survive.
Yeah, just about, with about 500 HP apiece for the 2 defending brawlers of Milkreo and Tensai. And a hypercharge available from a Chape again. Fast spot to use on the left-hand side, and Milkreo just waiting behind this wall. Can't be baited here as Kenji trying to dash through. Needs the super to be able to survive this one, get some good heals off the double connection. Goes to the Gadget and gets supered himself. The slow and stuns there, but a Charpeel refrag.
Spike hypercharge is just too much to handle for poor Frank, despite having one of his own. Just not enough. Slowed down, the DPS goes up to 1,000,000 when the purple button is popping. Kenji right back in the mix. I don't know about that one. Kind of just dashed into multiple enemies with easy lineup of shots.
Yeah, well, the super from Milkreo again won't find any connections, and a hypercharge available for the Mo on the right-hand side, but he gets picked up quickly. And Kenji not going to be the best in this situation against the 2 remaining brawlers on the side of CR. Tensai gets hit, and Kenji dashing forwards, yet again, miscalculating the damage that Gadget's going to do.
Supers available for all members of ABC, and now they have positioning of the map. They're just forced to throw Frank at the enemy sides. He's dribbling, gonna dump this in the top left-hand side. Anything to just make the red roster have to regroup and readjust how they move forward.
Kenji, hypercharge there, and he's gonna use it. Not really to the best of his abilities, I don't think. That would have been much better served in the overtime situation that we're about to go into, especially with Milkreo and Tensai supers and hypercharges in hand. IC going to need to work for one of his own. Milkreo just going for the walk forward. Knows that the Mo wants the super, but he's not even going to at all. Now he'll go for it as well, and this could be a huge turnaround. They get the kill. The curveball's not finding Tensai. The hypercharge super kills him. Kenji goes forwards, and I don't think this is going to be a goal.
Both of these sides making clutch defensive stances. This just got a whole lot trickier for ABC, who almost had a shoe-in. If they don't land that stun, this is definitely over. Now, as a result, CR have an opportunity to at least progress. 30 seconds is all that remains in overtime.
IC really going to want this super here, and does get it. Chape gets one of his own as well, and CR looking dry in terms of supers. Kenji should be able to pick up Milkreo here, and a Chape holding on to his. Might want to use it for a pass. IC can go forwards and wait for the ball that a Chape can provide, but at the moment, they're not synchronizing it well. Kenji needs to go in, free up some room. Now IC comes through, and the correct decision was made, as this is a big game for ABC up next.
We've seen CR persevere in some difficult situations, but after being your 2025 world champions, I don't think a lot of us would have expected ABC to push them this far. To call it early, if you will, not even making a set 5 would be a disastrous result. Crazy Raccoon are a team with high expectations. Many expect them to win this entire monthly finals. Instead, they're fighting against a band of brothers with a lot to prove. None of them have made world finals in a long time. A kick forward, just short. Easy catch up for a Chape here. They're gonna be able to play clean up, a dodge onto Frank, a nice tag. Tensai maintains, but nonetheless, red roster still hold on.
Kenji saved by his teammate there, and Chape doing a great job, and he'll get another kill up the top as well. Ball just being placed over the right-hand side, seemingly wanting to play this one a little slower. Kenji dashing through, can't find the double back connection, but IC will get some great charge off it.
Now a dive forward. Mo goes underground. Will pop up right in Frank's face. They're going to have to dash this ball onto the left-hand side. Kenji, now knowing the Shadow Realm is where Cordelius is, can safely grab this. Has a hypercharge available for Mo. And instead of taking off, going to strategically place it on this right-hand side. Oh, but a great tag out of Frank. Now he's got a super available. Sees Tensai with a possible button as well. Instead just goes for the hypercharge. The pure stats enough to walk him in. CR match with a goal.
Yeah, surprising to see him commit a super to that as well. I thought he was just going to accept that Crazy Raccoon were going to score there. Big game now as it's 1-0 up for Crazy Raccoon. They're wanting to drag this to a set 5. Kenji misses his first dash, but finds the double back connection. Milcreo will be his next target, and in goes IC with the hypercharge. Finds the kill and gets some good shots in as well.
Good on Frank to at least get rid of the ball and make them move for it, but Achapi's still holding plenty of positioning. And a purple button in the back pocket as well. Now Frank with a super available, flashing it constantly. Just hard to work with that distance. Now slowed down as well. He's just a sitting duck. Nothing he can do. Mo with a quick TP forward, goes underground, burrowing his way up. Now the net wide open. All 3 members of ABC punch one through, and it's tied up here. 1 goal away, and ABC will take down your defending world champions.
Just 1 goal away from the 3rd upset, and we're only in the quarterfinals. Huge moment for ABC as Achapi has the super. Tensai, hypercharge of his own. Milcreo needs to work for a super to make use of his. Milcreo just waiting in the wings on the left-hand side. Kenji going aggressive and he gets pulled in. Can he get the double back off? Hypercharge found out of nowhere and he'll get the kill on the Frank. Now moving forwards as Milcreo forced to pop the hypercharge and go aggressive, but he gets killed by the Mo. And positioning power with ABC.
Tensai in a brutal spot. The 3-timer now has to play full-on defense while Frank and Cordelius respond. It's ABC in prime positioning. Tensai putting his body on the line. Can't dodge enough, though. Super goes down. Takedown available. And Cordelius nowhere in sight. It's upset number 3 for the day. The defending world champions have fallen.
Absolutely incredible from ABC. What an upset. That's 3 out of the 4 quarterfinals have gone in arguably the opposite way than the majority of people would have thought. ABC going huge here in the East Asia region, shaking things up. What a moment for them. Incredible, incredible performance.
Kenji was moments away from retiring, from never setting foot in this game again. And what does he do in his opening debut? Absolutely pops off. Back-to-back Mortis sets where he was a key factor. He shook up roster mania in this entire region. He put teams on new rosters. You know what? He just earned his spot. He took down CR. He's very familiar with these opponents. I'm thoroughly impressed. This is just resetting my entire expectations of what I thought East Asia was going to be.
I mean, yeah, expectations definitely being shook here, despite Kenji, being maybe a little rusty. But as we established before, I think we can answer that question if he de-rusted with a definite yes. His Mortis, an absolute menace. Achapi and IC also doing super, super well. It shouldn't be as surprising as it is to us, honestly. ABC did win the icebreaker, the kickoff event coming into the BSC season, yet still, it's Crazy Raccoon. They're 3-time champion Tensai. We definitely thought that they would at least make it into the semis.
It's tough. It really is for Crazy Raccoon, a situation that we did not think was going to happen coming into today. But then again, you know, you look at the other side. Yes, they may have not have done as much collectively as the members of Crazy Raccoon. They've just won World Finals. But you look at their achievements over the years, and you're like, is it that big of an upset? Like, was it that unthinkable? When you look at Kenji, who's been incredible over the years, you know, IC was a huge up-and-coming talent who kind of got pushed a little bit aside, but really fighting to make his mark in this region. And what a way to start 2026 for them, getting the world champions taken down in the first quarterfinals.
Even though Crazy Raccoon are the reigning champions, I feel like this quarterfinal number 4 was the closest one of the upsets we had today. But now we're heading into semi-finals, and we have 3 teams there that at least none of us expected to be there. I hope your predictions at home are going better. You can still head over to event.brawlstars.com to get those icons and pins to make sure to lock in your predictions for the semis. And both of those are quite juicy, not gonna lie. I don't know where to go with just yet for my prediction for semi-final number 2. The first one is gonna be Zeta versus Rival. And what do you guys feel? Who's gonna take this one?
I think this is a hard one to call. I'm going to stick with Zeta. I picked them in the preseason to be the #1 from this region and also picked them to win here today on the event site beforehand. I think it's going to take a lot for me to change my mind in that. I would feel much more regret if I switched my prediction halfway through and then was also wrong. That'd be a double whammy, and I've already missed enough predictions today, so I'm just holding the line. I'm holding the line.
I'm praying on Zeta. Otherwise, my event site predictions are complete chalked. Like, I've got Zeta going all the way to the finals and winning it, so I'm heavily relying on them now.
Yes, so I also went with Zeta, but I would also be super happy for Rival Esports to be in the finals. Having that big of a shakeup this year and today as our very first monthly final of the year, I think that would be super awesome. Rival Esports, have they been in the grand final of a monthly final before, Kenny?
I mean, it's going to be a tough one for WWL to get through with this. I think ABC I much more expected, but it's kind of awesome to see somebody like Zeta Division on the top, who I fully expected to be here. But on the bottom, it's just two new rosters, Rival Esports coming in the mix. These are the ones that I would expect to be these underdogs. Awesome performances overall. It jazzed me up for the semifinals. I love seeing something new.
Yeah, I mean, for me, you look at Zeta Division and they're going to be smiling from ear to ear looking at this bracket, seeing their biggest opponents who you'd argue throughout the year. You're looking at Reject, you're looking at Crazy Raccoon, both of them their biggest rivals when it comes to this region as a whole, at least on paper throughout the last couple of years. And now they've got a bracket where they can leap so far ahead of them if they go and win this. And don't get me wrong, Zeta, regardless of all the upsets, are the favourites coming into this one to go and win it all now. And that puts them so far ahead of their competition, which will be incredible for them.
Kenny, you and me